Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 32 of Project Architect 2. Can't believe we're already to 32 episodes. Today, well, we make this reactor and get HDPE sheets so we can start working on dealing with the nuclear waste. So, how much power does this thing produce? How are HDPE sheets made so quickly? Well, you're going to have to watch the episode to find out. Let's jump into it. All right, guys, getting into this episode, what I would like to do is build a turbine. I've roughly done the math of exactly where I want it at. Just give me a second. I want to look here. Yeah. I want to make it 7 by 7 by 9. Yeah, this is what I want. And like we're gonna use the steam output, which is this one right here. This is nuclear waste, and we're going to put the turbine over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Yes, it's a lot bigger than our reactor, but it really should be. And I just need to fill in the bottom of this. There we go. And want to go up, think 9. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Same height as the reactor. Let's see here. 5, 6, 7. I have been enjoying this. Like this has been making my life easier, so I know exactly what cost. And yes, I was able to get the reactor somewhat tuned between episodes. It's about a burn rate of 2 per minute. So, while yes, I could try to burn higher, I don't really want to risk it. And you know what? What would be easier if I get out the building gadget? Right click that. Let's see here. That's 5, 6, 7. Building gadget is such a wonderful tool. Honestly, I don't know what I would do without it. All right. That is the one thing we need for this. I think we want to make part of this layer and this layer. I guess right here as well should be fine. On this side, however, we need 2 valves. I think we get the power from these valves here. And you know what? I could actually do at laser, get a couple of these, couple fluid cards. You know what? We'll go ahead and make 10 of them. And did I teach you these? I did not. Overclock, node overclockers is one of the things I needed to do to this to speed this up. But what I'm going to do is place a laser node here, get the parts here. We're going to get the card thing. Boom. Laser. Get these guys in here. In this, I want to set up what I just realized I have 36 of them already set up for extraction. Now this we want to put in here 9 of these carts and try to get 8 of these in here. You know what? It's 9 of these cards. And on this side, we will make sure we just put in at least 1 fluid card. Just laser those up. That should be fine. Now, I'm trying to remember the proper building for this. So I know we need to set this in the center, go up 4 and 5 to here. On top of that, we want the rotational complex. And this is where my brain shuts down a little bit. Turbo vents. We want the vents along the side here. And I think it's like 2 layers of these. On both sides. Let me look here. Turbo vents, it calls for a stack +1. So I might need to go 3 high. Because let's see here, that is well, I know the electromagnetic coils here. I think those go around the rotational complex, and the saturation condensers, which it says we need 22 of, go around that. Give me 1 second to double check this on the wiki, and I will be right back. Okay, you guys might already have seen the issue here, and actually, I think I want to up this one more here. And yeah, if you guys don't know, yeah, I'm still trying to remember how to set this up. It has been an age since I last played with the turbines. So I mean, well, I'm using part of that one add-on, I am I am altering it just a little bit. So turbo vents, this here. All right. What I think I should actually get maybe a few more of these electromagnetic coils. But first, we would like to put down pressure dispersers on here. Because that seems to be the right thing to do. Pressure dispersers. Get these coils down here, which belong. One has to be on that rotational complex, from what I saw and read. And then saturation condensers can go same area as those rotational complexes, or the electromagnetic coils. Saturation. Just fill this in here. And actually, you know what? We can actually just wrap this up here, like so. Yeah. Yep. I am speedy clicking right now. And I was like, wait, what did we not do right here? We now need to add our turbine blades in here. I have an ability to go up more if we really want it to, but because that gives that still plenty more room to expand the rotary blades. Just in case, like, later on. Why did you not be smart? Did I not make enough of this glass? Apparently I did not. I made more turbo casing than I need and vents. Okay, so let me get some more of the structured glass here. Oh, I had it. I just didn't have it in my inventory. There we go. It's all those red particles, which means we've properly built this. And if we look in here, we can see now it has, it's being limited. By the number of blades. We can apparently do a max of 1.8 million FE. I think that's 1.8 million FE per tick. So we could actually expand this out like at least one more, maybe two more if we really wanted to. So it could get all the way to here if we really needed to expand this, and that vent would go right there. But we would have to first, like, clear all the nuclear waste and fissile fuel out of it before we did that. All right, so now we should be able to, in here, steam a gas. If steam is a gas, let's get some pressurized tubes. Oh, here we go. We do have some pressurized. We can see that it is turning the steam into energy. It's given us 176 million FE. So if we come in here and get a flux network plug, I think it is, yes. Put it on here. Make sure we configure it right. Should keep all of that out of there. And now we should be able to activate this. Which it is going up on nuclear waste. It is adding steam into here. It's got a nice flow rate. If you see here, it might be getting full of fluid. So what we want to do is get a fluid trash can here, and we're going to set this up like so. We'll just set it up here. With that mechanism, universal cable, ultimate mechanical pipe. We'll just use the mechanical pipe from the mod. And boom. It's pumping the water into here. So if we actually say that you can only, we're gonna turn bypass limit off for a second. Not allow it to input any energy. We are gaining at a pretty decent pace in here for our steam. Like, the steam production here is actually working, and let's see if we can up this a little bit. 2.5. We really don't want to do what we did in the last episode. Y'all saw that. It's very interesting. 2.5. Heated coolant tank. We still have to deal with the nuclear waste here shortly. Yeah, you're gaining at a pretty decent pace, so. Yeah, it looks like it is gaining at a pretty decent pace, so 71,000 FE per tick, so that is pretty good. Let's see here. think we could actually up this to, say, 3. Like, I didn't find the ideal number because of building up waste in here. I didn't want to build up too much nuclear waste before we got too far into it. It is lowering on the water. And, so let's come over here. Add 2 more of these cards in here. Add these, not energy cards, these. Raise this up to the max. And as long as we can keep the water from shooting downwards, okay? The water is going back up, which means we have a positive water rate. So we can go above 3. So how about 3.2? Water still looks good. So how about we go to 4.0? The water is dropping down again. So 3.6. Water is going back up at 3.6. So right now we can run it at 3.6 until we add more laser nodes over here. And yeah, we are going to add like laser nodes on all the sides of one sink to increase the amount it can pump in of water. And only one of those is still running yet, so that's still good. I mean, as long as we're keeping up with the power, we need to now do something with the nuclear waste. I want to check something here. The power room kept dropping to non-existent. Okay, it's starting to fill back up. It's charging at 152 FE per tick, which translates into this is running still at full speed. Yep. And we have the reactor over here going at full speed. That is still emptying the water at a pretty decent pace. 1.8 million. Yeah, so could actually raise it up one more if we really wanted to. I'm thinking about that. I mean, we're good. Like I said, we're good on the water. That is going up. We aren't burning it at the full amount, but we are getting this nuclear waste. Which, before we actually get too much further into this, I wanna check on this. That's doing good. I was just making sure all of these were running at a pretty decent... Okay, everything seemed to have been doing fine during that, so... We were still producing more fuel than we were using, so that's good. Let me see how much time we have left, if I got enough time to deal with the nuclear waste this episode or not. Otherwise, I'll let you know once I get back. Okay, I'm in the gas burning room here because before we get dealing with the nuclear waste completely, one of the two things I need is HDPE sheets. Okay, so how we make those HDPE sheets is in an enrichment chamber, and that is from HDPE pellets. To make those, we need a pressurized reaction chamber with liquid ethylene and oxygen. So we need liquid ethylene. And liquid ethylene is made in a rotary condensator. So what we need right now is a rotary condensator, a pressurized reaction chamber, and a what is that? At Mekanism. One of the where are they? I know I have them taught to the system. There they are. Quantum entanglements. Okay. So, first thing I want to do is, I think, since we have oxygen coming off of this, we want to make sure that the pressurized reaction chamber is, say, here. I like that. I like the pressurized reaction chamber being there. And I would like the rotary condensator to be here. We're going to configure this way. Items, we're going to clear off of gases. We're going to input on the right. The rest of these can be off. Fluids, we want it to be output on the left. All of the rest of these off. And we're also going to change the operator of this. This is going to output to the rotary condensator. So this should be getting ethylene. It's turning it into liquid ethylene. And we'll set up a laser node between both of these. Now, the reason why I'm using a laser node is I want to push energy into it and take fluids out of it. Push energy into this and output fluids. I also want to output items on the purple network. Okay. Because that's what I set this guy up to, is purple. So, and this, yeah, is going to get the liquid ethylene in here. I am going to set this quantum entanglements up here. Clear all the configurations out of this. Like, I should have kept something here. Let's see here. I made a whole. All right, so let's see here. There we go. We're going to say gases. It's going to output to the left. should input from the front. We're going to pull in oxygen here in just a second from this system. We really don't need to, but because we already have oxygen in the system as well already, we can go here, see we have oxygen. We can set that to oxygen. We can side config energy or items coming in from the front, fluids from the front, gases from the right, this should be eject on gases. Okay, so now what we're going to have to do is hook this laser node up to this guy here. They're getting power. This is getting substrate. It's making the HDPE pellets here. We can now take those HDPE pellets, get an enrichment chamber. I don't think we need pellets for anything else. Do we need rods for anything? Pigment mixer, plastic sticks. I don't think we need the pellets for the sticks. Because I really don't see us using that. Yeah, so we grab an enrichment chamber here. Might as well just get a flux point for this guy. We can set this enrichment chamber here. We can set up the configs to be input from right. We will output to the left here. We will get a at functional storage. We'll get a functional oak drawer here. We'll place that there. Auto eject on items. Output to the left. Eject. Yeah, that's going to get those. We can set this power up here. And we can flux point provides energy to a there we go. This is going to make the HDPE sheets. They're going to go in there. I'll get it hooked up to the network, but now we're making the HDPE sheets, which is the last thing I want to do with this episode right now, guys. So if you like this episode, hit that like button. If you dislike that episode, go right ahead, dislike it. Tell me why you dislike it down in the comments. Next episode, we will be dealing with this nuclear waste in this tank. So hopefully I'll see you guys then. And until next time, later, Gators.